It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-99. It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Midday Show.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I see the gorilla on the Empire State.
King Kong and, was it Fay Ray? Is that what it was?
Oh, no, that's Shorty. Shorty!
You hear Cheetah Rivera died?
I was crying this morning, yes.
You had to have been.
I worked
She
on
was,
her.
what, 91?
91. I worked on her apartment in Manhattan.
Wow.
It was right across the street from where John Lennon was shot. She had a building there. We had a building there. And she was there. Blondie was there. I saw her. But Cheetah was there. And she really was, she liked everything done spectacular. She used to check my clothing. My father made me buy all new clothing to work on her apartment because she didn't want no dirt
Really?
in her apartment. And we were redoing the room. My brother was like in seventh heaven.
Nice apartment?
Oh my God, these were cities. These weren't apartments. But I saw that she died. She passed this morning.
Cheetah
Rivera.
Rivera.
And it just brought back.
Did she play two roles in West Side Story?
In the first one, she played one role. She was the
Right.
sister. This is, you can love the Americano.
And she played Anita, they said, right?
And then she got married to the guy that owned the store. And she was the widow of
On
the
the remake.
owner on the remake. And I kept telling you, Dawn, it's Cheetah Rivera. Remember when we saw the movie? I acted like a maniac because I got to meet her. And there's not many greats that I got to meet in the business, but she was one of them. And it was sad to see her go. She left a legacy for the Latino community that will never be missed. She would be missed. Just all class, the lady was all class. As far as I got to work with her for a week, so.
I think she knew the legacy. Do you think when you're living your life, you realize the legacy and the impact that you're making?
Probably.
You think? I don't.
When you're
Dawn
great at
says no.
something. When you're great at something, listen, LeBron James is, they say, one of the greatest. He still has to throw out the garbage like everybody else. Mahomes, one of the greatest. He has to just go to dinner like everybody else. But it's fun, you know?
I can't believe he's only, what, 29 or 30, Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Is he
How old
29
is he, Josh?
or 26?
He's 28?
And he's played, what, 6? He's going to be
That's
entering,
incredible.
what, his 4th Super
That's
Bowl, his
amazing.
3rd?
Wow.
Fourth Super Bowl in 5 years.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is amazing.
So he
You
came
know,
out at 23?
second year he came in?
He came out at 23 playing?
Yes. He was drafted.
He was drafted in 2017.
Wow.
Right.
That's incredible.
You know, it's funny because when I woke up this morning, I didn't know that Cheetah had died yet. But when I woke up this morning, because all the talk has been about Super Bowl this and Super Bowl that. and
Because
Super
you went
Bowl-
home on a REM patch, and no one heard from you again until this morning.
And I put on my REM patch last night because I hadn't slept in a couple of days. We're good? And I put it on, and it was lights out by 10:30. It was lights out. And Eva's going to be on the show today because I got to tell her that REM patch is something magical about it. And I was shut down and went to sleep. But when I woke up, because I saw the Knickerbockers win for the 8th game last night, I'm really happy about that. When you start for basketball wins for many, many years, you love what goes on. But I woke up this morning and I put out to the crew, today's joke day. So you got to have a joke to stay on the air.
Okay.
Well, you're going to start this parade when we come back from commercial break later on. But I want everybody to have a joke. You have a joke somewhere up your sleeve? You got to have a joke somewhere. Joke? A joke.
I'm going to have to look one up, I think, during commercial breaks. I don't think I have any jokes.
You don't read any of the texts I sent either.
Sure I do.
Did you guys read the text?
Yes.
You don't?
I don't.
You don't have a joke? That's a joke in itself.
I bet Baxton has jokes.
Oh, no,
you
no,
got
please.
a joke?
Me?
Yeah.
I make up a joke.
We've got the producer's corner also.
We do. But before we get there, I woke up this morning and I said, you know, I get to work with the greatest team that I've ever been associated with in this business. And this team of guys and girls is just an amazing team because they do so many different things and go in so many different directions, and they help one another, and they actually listen to me, which is amazing. That's a joke in itself. But I woke up saying I can only say that to play in a Super Bowl environment, forget about winning and losing. I mean, just to have the opportunity to play in that environment. I get to live that environment every day. I get to meet Johnny. I get to meet Dawn the Book. I get to meet them and work with them. Okay. And unless you're here and you understand what that feel is like, there's something in your life that you can come here and experience. Is that fair? So the producers have a little producer's corner that we're throwing at them because there's certain things that we're going to be doing with this stuff, and they're going to be talking about amplifying your business. Are you ready? You got your mic?
Ready.
Hold on to your mic.
So we've got
Ready.
Sophia
Hold
and
on to your
Zach on
mic.
our producer's corner sharing.
So
a little-
let's put the open on producer's corner.
So.
And there you go.
Okay. Did you know that we can amplify your business by running or growing your social media platform?
Hold your mic.
Hold your mic.
Hold it. Okay. Let's redo that.
Let's read this part 2.
Part 2. Okay, so did you know that we can amplify your business by running or growing your social media platform? Well, we provide different quotes based on your different marketing needs. But if you're interested, give us a call for these promotional opportunities.
And if you're looking for something with more long form content instead of the short form content, we also offer commercials and promotional videos, which we can both do in-house and on-site at your location if you need us to come out. We do offer a crew that can come out and go to your location to film, and we offer an in-house crew that can edit and do special effects for your videos as well. And if you need a quote, you can call us at 888-994-4995 at Studio A, and we'll be happy to talk to you and help you amplify your business.
And actually, we've got 2 crew going out tomorrow to shoot some footage for a piece they're putting together for Angel Studios for a sizzle reel. That's going to be tomorrow. They're heading out to Fort Lauderdale to put that together.
That was just brought in this morning. It happened with
Yeah.
Ed stuff.
Yep, exactly.
So it's going to be fun. But you know, you got to understand, they have never done this before, but we're going to do more and more of this as we go along. And it's not only going to be in studio. When we go tomorrow, for those of you that are coming, you're going to be doing some of these pieces as well. I try to draft
Johnny
the
should
book.
come.
Johnny should come. Johnny should be with us everywhere. Mumbles over
You like
there.
barbecue?
Well, I like barbecue. I've loved barbecue over the years.
Who wouldn't like barbecue, right?
But it's not exactly on my diet.
They have a vegan menu.
Not interested.
They got shrimp. You don't have to have barbecue.
There's no vegan substitute for pork.
Well, you don't have to have barbecue. They have a whole bunch of stuff.
Another thing. Well, tomorrow we're going to be at Smoke Barbecue down in Fort Lauderdale, in East Fort Lauderdale, to do a live show, shoot, a little remote, a lot of food tasting at 11 o'clock. So if you're in the area of East Fort Lauderdale, it's off of Oakland and A1A on 32nd, near Cafe Moderano and near Lenore's Place.
You see, it's over there. So between those 2 big
We got to
buildings.
hop on a plane and go a little bit south, but we're going to get there.
If you join us tomorrow, I'll shoot a spot right from the restaurant. I'll shoot a
Oh,
spot
I
for
should
you.
get my tattoo tomorrow.
Wow.
Don't you think?
Wow.
You want to? We should call Dan.
I'm going to get a
and have him
tattoo
come
too.
in.
I'm going to put it on my toe. Ouch. Anyway,
No thanks.
you're going to get a
No
tattoo?
desire, huh?
You should come get a tattoo. You should come get a tattoo. And you should get a doorbell.
And you get a tattoo.
you get a
and you get a
doorbell.
tattoo. Exactly, all of that good stuff.
But it's fun to do this, and I'm trying to work a deal with
Sophia?
Sophia, a.k.a. Reciprocal. That's her new name. To go to another barbecue place next week.
Yes.
We want to give them a plug.
Lucille's, baddest bones in town.
And I've actually produced a show there many, many moons ago. Best barbecue. Linda and I went. When you leave a barbecue place, you look like Bozo the Clown with the sauce all over you.
I haven't been there in so long. I used to go there all the time. They did great back-to-school nights when the kids were in school at Omni in Spanish River and over there. And they had great clowns that would come in when they were really little and do blow-up balloons and face painting. They always had family-friendly activities.
We should do Halloween in February.
Oh, okay. What are you going to be, a clown?
I want everybody to dress up. We should do the clowns. Bring in the clowns.
There are people that are scared of clowns.
I don't like clowns either.
See? There are
You're scared of
people, there are
clowns?
kids that are afraid of clowns.
Only one way to
understand
overcome.
that. I'd like to talk to someone about that. Why?
Childhood traumas, I
He
guess.
does. He's a psychiatrist. Look at him. Mumbles over there.
I feel like after the clowns, like, remember when everyone was dressing up as clowns and hiding in the woods? And it
Is that what it was?
Okay, don't bring up the negative.
Yeah,
Do you
what
know?
I am.
Do you know the song "Bring in the Clowns"?
Send in
Send
the
in the
clowns.
clowns.
Send in the clown. You know the song?
Don't bother, they're here.
They walk among us.
It's a great line.
My earring and they said, what do you say?
Don't bother, they're here.
We are the clowns.
So what I always wanted to do a segment with Mr. Man over here, where we make these things up and then you play the music
I'll play
beats.
the song for you right now. Sure.
Well,
You see?
next
That's
week,
where I want everybody to get dressed
we're
up like a
starting
clown.
Johnny's show next week, the Song Studio.
Yes, Johnny doesn't make an announcement. He just sits there.
Tuesday night
exciting.
it's starting, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
8 o'clock,
Is
sorry.
that when it's going to show?
Is somebody going to show?
Is that when the show?
That's when it's gonna
song
air,
I
yeah.
think
was
we're going to
gonna
do it
show
twice. I think we're going to put it out maybe at 3 in the afternoon for all our viewing audience, and then at 8 o'clock we'll play
On
it
the
for our
radio.
audio audience,
Oh,
for the
very
radio
excited.
audience.
I got to tell you something. You are doing something that I've never done in the business. One of the few things that I have never done is the way you're attacking this music thing.
Slowly, methodically.
No,
I
because
think
if
there's a huge need for it. I'm thinking what are the kids going to be? What are the people going to be singing and playing 20 years from now?
Right.
And I don't hear it.
I don't see
hear
it.
The business is
It's
songwriting
changing.
business is it's active, but it's a different business now. And I don't think it. I don't know if it catches the ear the way it did when I was growing up in it. There's a lot of inherent situations. Even the fact that it takes so long to learn how to play an instrument. We live in a media society.
Yeah.
We've got to have it now.
In yesterday's
20
show,
years to learn how to play the piano?
Yeah.
Josh
I don't
was
think so,
playing-
Ma.
Josh was playing guitar yesterday's show, and Baxton was singing, and I don't know whoever the guest was they thought we were piping the music in.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
people aren't used to hearing live music.
Yeah,
And
you
they
play
looked at him and they said,
beautifully,
he's
Josh, by
playing,
the
he's
way.
live?
I wanted to put a band together because we have the elements to do it, but they aren't here all at the same time.
Right.
So Josh and J-Lo could play the drum, not J-Lo, R&B, whatever her name is, could play.
Oh, what's her name? You know.
Short-
You know
short-
Jalen, yeah.
You know, during COVID, the Rolling Stones put out a Zoom video. They were all in different places, and they all
Right,
put it
right,
together.
yeah.
So it's all possible.
Rolling Stone never stopped rolling.
They've never stopped.
They never stopped rolling. Those guys are still doing it. These guys are
You know
still
who's
doing their
playing
thing.
drums for the Stones on the tour? Because Charlie Watts not here anymore.
Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Somebody's playing drums, but it's not Charlie Watts.
Hey, Charlie died.
Charlie passed away.
So
I'm
Johnny
amazed
just
they're
told
still
me
alive,
Eagles
honestly.
and Steely Dan are in tour. I'm going to see the Eagles. I didn't realize Steely Dan was with them.
Yeah, I heard a clip from that tour, and boy, you're going to be impressed by that.
It sounded the hard
Great
rock.
stuff. Top
It's,
flight
it's nice to be the
musicians.
queen. I don't know the Eagles from the Worm. So
You should talk to Rich because he works down there, doesn't he?
we tried.
Oh.
That's a no-go.
Yeah, he
Can't help
won't.
you. See, yeah, I'm gonna go check out the Eagles. Right out the door. I'm like, what?
How's there a
I
spider
would think
web
there
on
would be
here?
something he could do, but maybe not.
I'm getting it for you. Don't worry.
I think we have to take a commercial break. If there's a spider on there, I'm leaving the set.
It's not a spider. I'm just clearing the web. But there's not.
Wherever there's a web, there's a spider. You know, that's the way history works. Don't stop it. Stop.
We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Is this real?
Yes. Stay. That's why.
Can't be for Halloween. Wouldn't have been alive.
More to come. We'll be right back. No.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
Max Health Chiropractic, located in the heart of Wellington, Florida, is the area's premier chiropractic office. Dr. Max Cohen and our highly skilled team want to be your natural healthcare provider. Everyone should be able to move, work, and play at their best, regardless of age. We offer a wide range of advanced chiropractic techniques and therapies to eliminate pain, enhance performance, and improve mobility and function. Set your appointment with Max Health Chiropractic today.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to stephaniejaffeart.com.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
All right, you ready?
Portion of the show brought to you by...
Super Patch.
No. Is she coming on now?
1 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Or 12:45.
The first thing is Pizza Rica.
Pizza. Oh,
Pizza
Wednesday.
Rica.
All right, ready?
What?
Why was Cinderella so bad at soccer? This is so right up my alley.
She has a glass shoe.
Why was Cinderella so bad at soccer?
Because she couldn't keep her shoes on.
Nope. She kept running away from the ball. Ba-dum-bum.
That's a good joke.
Thank you.
There you go. So Dawn has started us off with Joke of the Day.
Joke of the day.
Where is Christmas trees? Well, don't think you're gonna hide because you're gonna be the next one to give us a joke. Oh, you better find one.
Do you have a joke, Freddie?
Yes, I do, but it's X-rated. I can't. Put
What
it
do you
on.
call a well-balanced horse?
A Baxton.
Stable. This one's good. What do you call an angry carrot?
Squash.
An angry carrot. Ken, do you know this one? I feel like I'm back in elementary school doing those hinks.
Pointing at the students. Do you know?
An angry carrot is a steamed veggie. Ba-dum-bum.
Okay, so let's move on. Thank you for your contribution. You only get one.
My Cinderella was a good one.
Yes, she runs away.
You kept running away from the ball. I think that's a keeper. That might be a postable one. Best corny jokes of all time. There you go.
Very fun.
All right, so what else you got?
I got nothing. And as the kid said, amplify your business. The year has started. We're already in the second month of the year. Is that crazy?
I know. It's totally crazy.
And everybody told me the last quarter of last year, oh, the budget, we got to wait for the budget. Everything's about the budget. Meanwhile, they're not making no money. People ain't making no money because they ain't getting the word out. Why is the Super Bowl so famous? It ain't about the game.
I thought it was 11,000.
11,000. It might be 30. The commercials now are $3 million for a 30-second spot.
How much?
$3 million. And the funny thing is, they'll pay it because they do quadruple the amount of business when they do it.
But they're going to get it back. $3 million. I told you, makeup companies, Dove now has their first commercial ever on the Super Bowl because they're embracing women of all shapes and sizes and real women. The NYX makeup line, e.l.f. makeup cosmetics, affordable luxury brand makeup, but you can get at any big store. All of these, $3 million to them is nothing because what they're going to make back, even at $10, $12 a brush. This is going to go viral, and everyone runs out to get a brush or a lipstick. If you just get one item, which is never a thing, because there's a BOGO and girl math and all that stuff in makeup. They're going to make it right back probably by the end of the first quarter.
Well, everybody's looking for the worst and the best commercial. So everybody's going to be glued to the commercials because they want to be part of the voting. There's a vote-in now. Which is the best
All right,
commercial?
Here comes Grace's joke.
Which?
Why do they think that's so funny?
I don't even know what that means. Mom, I threw up.
They said, do you ever remember your kids coming into your room in the middle of the night and it's behind us? And they go, Mom, I threw up, I'm sick. I'm like, of course I remember that. But I don't understand, did you do that last week on location?
No, I didn't do that. So why would they?
I don't know. Imply. So now it's behind us.
This is what happens when you let her run the board. Does anybody know what she's talking about? Do you
Josh,
know what
you know what this means? He knows what it means.
You know what it means?
Do you know what a meme is? M-E-M-E?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's kind of what it is.
They're just making fun of you.
It's just a modern thing.
Kennedy, you find that funny?
No.
Because Grace is rolling on the floor.
Kennedy's. No, Kennedy.
Look who's here. Show it to Jalen. See what she thinks. Put it back up.
It's right there. What is that? It's funny?
It's throw up. That's what it looks like. Well, white throw up.
Mom, I threw up.
Threw up.
I threw up.
And there you have it.
You still do. Yeah, you do. Calling me at 7 o'clock in the morning, texting me that you have a problem. What is wrong with you?
I got to tell you. Well, who's your guest today, Dawn? Who do you have coming in for Faith Stories?
Yeah, I have Sam's story.
Oh, wait, you got your story? You got your joke?
No, why it's so funny.
Thank you.
What do you mean, why is so funny?
When like a kid throws up, they usually like stand in the door frame like this. And then they say, Mom, I flew up. So at the shoot, the VMix froze, and it froze like that.
Oh.
So we were trying to switch it off. And it just was frozen with you like this. And Zach was like, that looks like when a kid throws up in the middle of the
Let me
night.
ask you a question. Does the police know about you?
Yes.
Put a
We
net
didn't
over
even
you.
know it froze. The best was when the kids would come in and they would poke me in the middle of the night. They never poke Dad. For whatever reason, they always come and they wake Mom. I can't sleep. Okay?
Thanks for
What am I
waking
supposed
me
to
up.
do about that now? Because now I'm up also. But so we should all be up with them. And that's the one, when they get sick, I get it. But because I can't sleep, what do you do with them? And then they get to a certain age where you can't put them in bed with you. And it's like, okay, and what do you want me to say? Go read a book, go listen to music. These were conversations. The boys ever wake you up?
No, they knew better.
See? They always wake up Mom. I don't know what that is. It's like a mom thing.
I used to say, go wake up your mother.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. The husband goes, "Wake up your mom."
All right. Anyway, back to your guest, Sam Sorbo.
Sam Sorbo, actor, woman of faith. Her and her husband definitely walk their faith through their lives, and met her at the end of October, and she was so gracious. I was so blown away. I just went up to her and I said, I know I shared about you guys and the faith stories that I was starting, and I asked her if she would be on the podcast and segment, and she said yes. And I'm like, that was easy, so she's on her way and she's excited to be here. So I'm looking forward to talking to her more. I haven't really chatted with her about what she's going to share, so we're just going to see where it goes.
Interesting.
Yeah. She's amazing. She really is. I mean, because how often do you go up to someone and say, "Would you like to be on my segment called Faith Stories?" And she no hesitation whatsoever. And I'm really blown away by that.
That'll be great. And you want to have Dawn do her own
show, so we can use it as a marketing tool for her. We'll put it on the radio and everything else. We're going to AI it. Actually, I was thinking about this because people, when you're on a segment and people want to be interviewed, it's one thing. But when you're doing your own thing, to explain to them the power behind what you're doing. The people that have been coming in this week have the very similar message. The ladies you had here and yesterday as well. It's a very similar message. That's why the timing on what Johnny's doing is so important, because we are in February and you want to amplify what you're doing for the rest of the year. Don't wait till the end of the year and say, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
True.
Right? So I just get a good feel with what Dawn is doing and what she's bringing to the fold right now. And everybody needs that whole build-up, the whole story, the storytelling.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, what the heck am I going to do?
It's what you do all the time.
All the time. Okay. I got you. So I actually produce my segment is basically what you're saying. And what does that look like? And, when a commercial comes in and then I go.
Yeah, you're going to do it from soup to nuts. You're going to have singers. You're going to have a party. You're going to explain to people.
So let me ask you this. Can I have since it is about faith, I can have someone come in and sing a Christian song? Does it have to be licensed? Do you have to give credit? Because I know nothing about this.
If it's an independent, and Johnny, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, they can do whatever they want. If it's a cover song, they have to sort of change it up a little bit so that it's entertainment and you're not making money at it, because they just don't want you making money off their music. And I completely understand and appreciate that.
Oh, sure. So when you say it's a cover song, is it a well-known song?
So if the Beatles, when he sings the Beatles, we have to put in there a certain verbiage to let them know that Johnny's not making any money on it. We don't expect Johnny to make any money on it. Otherwise, he has to give the royalties away. No, and it's just now his music, Positive Direction, he wrote that. That's his. So if he makes money on that, and every time I play that song, I have to explain to people and put it back, because they mute it until they get in touch with him, whether or not we could do it. So it's just a balance of what it is they're going to be singing.
Okay.
But yes, it's doable. It just has to be done correctly.
Okay. I think I got that.
And Johnny, who's your first guest on Tuesday night?
My first guest is going to be a gentleman, a Grammy Award winner. His name is Paul Hoyle. And he's an engineer, producer, musician, a great singer in his own right. And he's got a studio in North Miami. And he deals with, he does a lot of different things. Works with a lot of Latin artists and people who play different, he's got a stable of musicians, all different instruments.
Now, the thing I like about what you're doing also is a call out to the Latin community, because we want the Latin community to have an opportunity to put their music on the air as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of songwriters, they don't have these opportunities.
Everybody's so wrapped up in their own little world and, promoting themselves that we need to help each other. Tell you the truth.
Amen. We need more of that. Absolutely.
This is liberating for me. I'm in my own little bubble and playing the piano and doing all that kind of thing. But this is, just stepping outside of yourself and handing the ball. I'm going to ask him, well, what are you doing? Tell us all what you're doing. and how you're doing it, and what other musicians and writers need to know in order to help themselves. So,
product placement in the music industry is so important. So, you know, I mean, you look at Spotify, you look at Anchor, you look at all the different platforms that we use to get the music out there. But the horse is in the race, but you got to pick a race. You got to be on something that distributes you and talks to you and highlights you, so then you can go to Spotify, you can listen to the music. You need to rep a little bit. So people, it's like Kendra, you know. Nobody knew Kendra 10 years ago. Nobody. And I can tell you that because I was there when she started.
But Johnny's music is different. When Johnny plays, he sits down. It doesn't do that.
That wasn't a good sound.
He calms the room down. That was Casey's piece. He calms the room down. He did Positive Direction because they're going to finish up the video, so we have it for Tuesday night, the music video. And it's just easy.
But he has a whole stable of music. Positive Direction is the latest one.
I can't wait to keep this going. I have a lot of stuff that, well, like a lot of musicians and writers have been sitting on it.
And it's
sitting
unfortunate.
on the egg waiting for it to hatch.
It's unfortunate. And then you get people like Cece, who's been all over the place trying to get his music done. And along came a kid named Josh and put this video with this music that he did. And all of a sudden, everybody asked me, whatever happened to Cece? And now they miss him because that video
was amazing.
Was amazing.
Yeah,
and I still think that video should be sent out. Maybe we'll talk after the show. Sent it out so people could see the amplification of that song and the texture behind it and everything else. And see what happens.
This is the thing. There are a lot of venues and a lot of businesses actually that compete for the right to. They say they're going to. This is where the pool is. That the music supervisors, who are now the A&R people that I grew up with, from the record companies. The record companies are. It's all about movies and placing things in video, TV shows. So the music supervisors are the people that choose the music.
Right.
And you have to be in the right place. There are businesses out there, and you sign up and you join, but not necessarily get a lot of attention from the people who make the decisions. So it becomes a costly thing rather than a forward-moving thing for your own career or whatever. So you have to be careful about it.
I'm glad we're kicking that off on Tuesday.
Well, you take the Rosie Foundation, you take people who are not-for-profits that are really important in the community. And sometimes to kick it off, you could be doing it for years, and then you come up with a clever jingle or a clever angle, and you product place that at the right moment, the right stage, when that window just cracks open. And the next thing you know, you have a runaway train.
Exactly.
Because you don't know. If you don't try, I can guarantee you one thing. If you don't try, nothing's going to happen.
Nothing happens.
That's a guarantee that I'll write and put money behind. But if you do try and something pops, if you go on a shoot with us and you do the Rosie thing and you're wearing your chain, and all of a sudden the right pair of ears hears it, you never know what can happen.
Absolutely. And you have to walk through those doors, because you don't know who you're going to meet or who that person might know, who they can connect you to. So, yeah, I truly believe in that. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
In the comments, Positive Direction, just for a thing. That's my theme song. I trademarked Positive Direction. That's my baby. That's my story of my life and my attitude.
Yeah, good.
Now the
so
video.
I bring the song to a few different people, and so far the answer has been no.
It's okay.
I mean, it's easy to say no, Laura. Easy to say no.
Absolutely.
You got to keep pitching until you find that person is, yeah, I see it.
Somebody's going to say yes. You
see it, exactly.
The object of the game here.
And you can't let that no get in the way of what you're doing.
Not at all.
But you're that much closer to your yes.
It actually
That's the way I look at it.
It actually encourages me because I would think people would say no. Otherwise, we ain't doing this right. When the video comes out, I have a plan of what I want to do with it, but I'm waiting for the video to come out. and I'm going to send it to one person in particular, which I'm going to keep to my chest, but I'm going to send it to one person in particular. And then if that person tells me, he's never going to tell me no, they're going to tell me this is what we would like to see.
Right.
And then we
adjust.
And then we make the adjustment.
Yeah. And me too. You know, musically, that particular recording is one. I believe that a good song can be done many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And holds up.
Of course.
It's not just one way.
You know who they've been putting on cable all week? Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, really?
The movie. Now, if you remember how that movie ends, I'll give you a quarter. Does anybody remember the end segment of that movie?
Didn't they dance together? No?
That wasn't the ending. Yeah, they danced. But how did the movie end?
That's a good question. Call in and let us know. 888-994-4995 Studio A. We're going to take a commercial break. Call in. Spin the wheel. Let's see what you can also win.
Hey, if you give me the right answer, you'll win.
All right, more to come. Stay tuned. Quick commercial break.
I look like a ghost.
Popular demand. The True Oldies channel presents the 1-800-ALARM-ME Saturday Night Dance Fever. Live in concert. Tavares. The Tramps featuring Earl Young. Evelyn Champagne King. The legendary Blue Notes. George McRae. The Cover Girls. The Sugar Hill Gang. France Jolie. Hosted by Denny Terrio. Saturday, March 23rd at Meisner Park Amphitheater in Boca Raton. It's the 1-800-ALARM-ME Saturday Night Dance Fever. Live in concert. Tickets on sale now at TrueOldiesFLA.com. Brought to you by 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
Max Health Chiropractic, located in the heart of Wellington, Florida, is the area's premier chiropractic office. Dr. Max Cohen and our highly skilled team want to be your natural health care provider. Everyone should be able to move, work, and play at their best, regardless of age. We offer a wide range of advanced chiropractic techniques and therapies to eliminate pain, enhance performance, and improve mobility and function. Set your appointment with Max Health Chiropractic today.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On on South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome back, Josh, on the guitar.
Very nice.
Is it called a guitar or guitar?
I believe it's called a guitar, unless you're in Nashville, and then they call it a
It's
guitar.
a guitar.
It's like giddy up guitar. I don't know. Ask Johnny. He's
Guitar.
the man with the music.
Johnny mumbles.
Is it guitar or guitar?
Oh, it's guitar.
Guitar. Ever wonder how things get its name, though?
Do you remember when we did the thing for Ringo Starr
Last
on
week?
Friday?
Uh-huh.
The guy had a 5-neck guitar. 5.
Cheap trick, right? I
He-
wonder how that.
He played it at night.
How much money they made on that? Did you get to go, Josh? Beatles on the beach.
It was sold out. I can't believe. I didn't get tickets. And neither did I.
Well, the
I-
radio station, they said.
And
if they
Jody,
do-
I want to thank you,
They
Jody,
were
because she's
giving away
watching.
tickets.
I want to thank you for giving me a ticket. Thank you very much. I love it.
But I think I want to buy one of those pieces of art. I need to get over there, and if it's
I
still
thought
there.
I thought you put a bid in.
I did, and I just haven't given them my credit card yet. So hopefully it's still there.
So
They said they were going to market sold.
So let's go get it.
They said they were going to market
man,
sold.
You know, yeah, unbelievable.
I know. It's one of John Legend's sketches of Imagine.
Is
I'm
it
sorry, John Lennon. What did I say?
Legend?
Oh, sorry, John Lennon.
Is it the one that? Is it the
See,
one?
my son is always on my brain.
Is
John
it the
Legend.
one that I liked?
I don't know which one did you like.
It was like greenish.
No, this was a black and white. Imagine. I don't know which one you liked. Maybe you liked the Ringo pieces.
I don't know what I like. I liked the Ringo piece. It had drumsticks in it.
That was really cool.
We
Imagine
should all
that.
get together and be able to afford that one.
It wasn't that much money.
It was like $700.
That was more than that, but that's still not that much money.
$1,700.
I think it was like 12.
That's what I'm saying. So if 10 of us got
1,200,
together,
not like
it'd be
12,000.
$120 a pop.
But think about that. That's not so bad. Girl math, think about the legacy, what it is. It's like an investment, an annuity. You've got Ringo Starr's drumsticks and a picture of Ringo and Paul McCartney together.
Is it signed? Anything signed?
Oh yeah, it's all signed.
So
It's
I
all
don't,
legit.
I mean, I think it's, and all the money goes back to the Cornell Museum of Art.
Maybe someday somebody will buy it for me and give it to me for my last dying days for my birthday.
No more, I told you, no more dying
more
on my
dying.
watch. But you were not feeling so great, and you had a couple nights of not sleeping, and we refilled your patches with some new ones.
Yes, we got the REM patch.
How do you like that?
I had used it once before, and it was very scary because I was knocked out. I didn't make it past 10 o'clock the first time I did.
Really?
So I haven't been feeling well the last few days, so I got it again last night, and by 10:30, it was lights out till 6 o'clock in the morning. I have never experienced anything like that. And then I got up this morning, and I put my Liberty patch, which is this one right here, and I feel fine now. I'm back.
You
I'm
seem back, because yesterday
Got
you
my
were
energy back too.
you were not looking like you felt so good.
No, I don't know what happened. I was sick a few weeks ago, and it lingers, and then I have this pain here and here, and it's like this pressure pain.
Sinus, it sounds like.
It sounds like something,
Right?
yeah.
I know.
And this morning I got up, and I was full of energy, and I have a sauna in my tub.
Very
My shower
wise.
has a sauna.
Yep.
And I heated it up, and I went in there, and boy, my eyes were burning. And then when I got out, whatever it is, I must have killed it.
Good.
Yeah, they say that sauna is really good for you.
It's the
Gets
best.
all
I'm running
rid of all
home
the
now
toxins.
to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna detoxify.
You're gonna go home and get.
I'm gonna go home and detoxify and come back.
So I was hoping Eva was going to join us. Eva Angel, who actually, some people showed this to us, and Russ Johnson showed this to us, and all of the different patches. It sounds so silly because I remember thinking it's a patch, it's a QR code, but it works with the receptors in your body. This one is peace and calm, and I'm thinking
I can't use that one.
I can't use it
It
while
slows
I'm
me down
working.
too much.
Yes, but
I just want to go to sleep.
when I'm not working, I could certainly use it. And then you've got the Victory and the Liberty, and you've been using the pain. I'm thinking I might be putting a pain one on after running the other day like I did, because I took yesterday off, but today I'm going to have to go back to doing something.
You see, the object of the game is not to hurt yourself; it's to feel even?
It's defying age is what I'm trying to do.
What is this one?
This is Victory. Oh, speaking of defying age, there's one for men called the Rocket. I don't know where my brain just went there, but just saying, so sorry.
That's for you. That's for you.
So me the Rocket.
You're gonna put the Rocket. And the funny thing is,
why'd you put that in my head?
And the funny thing is, you wear it on your body. You don't put it anywhere specific.
Can you imagine actually putting it there?
We should get it.
Anything that'll keep me breathing for a little longer.
Listen,
I'm all
you'll be
for.
Periscope.
I'm all for.
Periscope down.
Defying age. And I think there's one called Glow, which is supposed to help with your skin and rejuvenation of that for everyone who wants to defy aging on that.
We got to get the Rocket. I want to check it out. I want to see what happens.
I was interested in the Glow. How could a patch help you with your skin? Maybe it has like a collagen something.
Well, it's funny because Linda, I said to her, I'm going to put the REM on you so you can sleep. And she says, nothing hurts. I says, no, it's not about hurting. It's not a pain relief patch. It's not like those patches you put on, icy hot. It's not like that. So I put it on. 10 minutes later, she was out.
Can you imagine going to bed and actually saying nothing hurts at our age?
I know, right?
That's
a blessing upon blessing, right?
I must be your guest. I get into bed and it was like, ooh, out. And it's like every which way I rolled, ran, lifted a weight, whatever I did, it was painful.
Ooh, what?
Everything hurt last night. And I thought of you because I went to bed, I put socks on. You know you're in pain and you're just going to sleep when you put a pair of socks on and you just roll over.
Johnny, you sleep with socks?
Not ordinarily, but it's been chilly.
Yeah, but you can't sleep with socks because that means you're a psychopath.
It means I'm a psychopath.
It does not mean you're a psychopath.
Look it up. Look it up and see what that means. It means you're a psychopath.
I won't go. I'm not going to go that far.
But sometimes
I'm going to give those sock-wearing sleepers the benefit of the doubt.
Sock-wearing sleepers.
Do you ever put like lotion on your feet, put on socks, and you just feel like you just want to go in this cozy bed and go
I
to
do that
sleep?
every night.
See? So maybe you're...
I got some cream over there. If anybody's feet hurt, let me know. I got some what do you mean, ooh? You wash your hands, you take some of your fingers. You don't put your foot in the
He's
back.
going to massage your feet, Josh.
No, I'm not touching his feet because he gets all frisky. He's Mr. Rocket.
I think it's good. And Dawn's guest is here. We still don't have Eva joining us, but for more information on Super Patch, you can go to Boca, BOCA.superpatch.com. There were
14 now.
There's 2 more. There's 14. There's also Flow. There's Focus, Victory, Liberty. All the explanations are on the website. Check it out. These 2 you like doing together, the Liberty and the Victory. The Peace is calming.
No, I do
crew
the
likes
Liberty
Focus.
and the red and white one.
And the
not that
Pain
one.
and the Freedom for pain.
Yep, and the Focus one is really
I think
good.
Kennedy's using the Focus.
She should because
using
she
the
looks very
Focus?
focused. Are you focusing?
Is it helping you?
I'm purchasing them and she's doing
Are you using them? Are you selling them through school? You both are. Very nice.
Smart girl. She knows
Very
what she's
smart.
doing.
Terrific.
It's funny because Dawn knows somebody who put it on the first time and he didn't do so well. And now I think Chuck is doing
Oh my
better.
gosh, it's like you. He took it off 2 weeks ago I'm thinking, who? And he's back to wearing them. I just ordered him new ones also because we had run out of some of the ones that he likes.
And it's funny because and she wakes up this morning, she says, okay, do I wear this all day? I says, no, you take it off and then I'll put another one tomorrow. But the funny thing is, until you do it, you don't realize just how effective it is.
You look well rested.
I slept like, I'm tired like nobody's business. I was really tired yesterday. But today, I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right, so for more information, give us a call right here at the studio, 888-994-4995 Studio A, or check it out at boca.superpatch.com. We can help you. We can get you in touch with Eva. I think she's on a Zoom call today, so she's running a little bit late. So maybe we can get her back on later in the show. When we come back from break, we're going to hear faith stories with Dawn DeMarco Book and Sam Sorbo. More to come. We'll be right back.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created a foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hi, I'm Dawn DeMarco Book, and I'm host of Faith Stories. And first of all, I want to say thank you so much for Broughton Garage Door as my sponsor, and I'm going to be bringing on a new sponsor in the next couple of weeks, so I'm very blessed for that. And so I want to introduce a very special guest that I met in late October. I went up to her and I introduced myself, and I told her what I was doing, and I said, I know you do podcasts, and would she come on? And she just said yes. I was like, I didn't even have to talk you into it. I was so blown away. And Sam, I also just want to say, which I said to you a little bit ago, how I so admire you and your husband, because you walk your faith. And that's what we're supposed to do as Christians, is walk our faith. Because we have eyes on us, right?
So my son recently went to church service, and I asked him, I just said, how was it? Did you like it? Because he was trying this new church.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Mom, it's a really good church for people who want to say they're Christian. And I thought, oh my goodness, what a profound kind of slam. If your faith doesn't change who you are, it's not worth much.
It really isn't, because once Christ comes inside of you, he may meet you where you are, but you don't stay where you are.
You don't stay where you are. Oh, that's very well said. So, and that's my opinion. I firmly believe what I believe.
Yeah.
And so if I'm not willing to stand up for it, then what good am I?
Right.
And that's really what it comes down to. But a lot of people live in fear. And, my Bible verse that I live by is 2 Timothy 1:7.
Mm-hmm.
For God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting that the Bible says sound mind, not
Right.
like strong spirit or, courageous heart or something.
Right.
No, sound mind.
Yeah.
We have reason, we have logic. We are called to use those giftings to stand firm in our faith.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell me, were you always a Christian, or no, because did you grow up in a Christian
No, you know
household?
how they say that the worst non-smokers are the ex-smokers?
That's me. I'm the same. Ditto. I'm telling you. It is my life, because I was like a party animal. I drink, I smoke. Now I'm like, I love Jesus.
Okay, so I didn't come quite from that, but truth be told, so I was raised as a Jew in an atheist household.
Really?
So there was really no faith in I mean, we celebrated Christmas and Easter.
Mm-hmm.
We professed that we were Jewish.
But yet celebrated Christmas and
yeah,
Easter.
so it was just a mess. Well, my stepfather at the time was Protestant, non-practicing.
Okay.
So it was just sort of a mess. And so when I was 12, I said to my mother, I don't believe in God. I'm not sure why I'm going to Saturday school. It's not giving me anything.
Right.
It was very cliquish. The synagogue where I was attending was very cliquish. We never went to synagogue services.
Really?
I just went to Saturday school.
There's a lot of Christians that do that too. They drop their kids off at Sunday school, and then they leave. And
so this is why when I speak to parents, and I, as you know, I'm a home education advocate, so I speak to a lot of parents, and I really advocate for them not putting their children in Sunday school.
Mm-hmm.
Let's abolish the Sunday schools. And this is not an indictment of Sunday school teachers.
Right.
But I know too many Sunday school teachers who have taught for years, and the parents have never asked them what they teach the children.
Well, that's shocking.
So it's an abdication. When you drop your kids off in Sunday school, you are abdicating as a parent. And it's so much better for the children to witness you being in church and witness the pastor and what happens in church. Even from the age of 3, children can be trained to sit in church.
Right.
It's an hour. Oh, my children will get bored. You know what? Boredom is good for a child.
Right.
Like, I only wish that I could get bored. You know what I mean? Like, please.
I know. Hello. So how did you come to know the Lord then? And if you weren't really in any kind of environment to learn that?
So I went to school. I was raised virtually by a single mother who didn't have a college degree.
Okay.
And so I was raised extraordinarily fearful that I wouldn't be able to cut it, that I wouldn't make enough money, that I would always be poor and never have enough to eat, basically. Like I was just raised with this sort of offset. And in our schools, we teach children that it's all about college prep and career readiness.
Right.
Which is basically money. Like you go to
No kidding.
You need to go to college. You got to go to college. You got to get the grades to go to college. You got to go to a good college. The better college, the better the better. And why? To get a better job. Well, what's a better job? Money.
Right. It's all about the money.
So your value is how much money you can earn.
Right.
Which is a terrible thing to teach a child, that their value is only in how much they can earn. That's why we sort of denigrate the arts. We kind of go, and they don't even teach art anymore.
Which is so sad.
Right? Even though we know, and we're sitting in a studio that has art everywhere.
Exactly.
Even though we know that art is, expression. It's and it's vital to certain people. My daughter included. She's absolutely an artist. And so, anyway, I graduated. I went to college, and then I was working on an ulcer because I was so stressed over making the grades to get the job. I was going to go into medicine. I wanted to go to medical school, but I had to take a year off from college because it was too stressful.
Unbelievable.
I was so anxiety ridden. So I took a year off from college and I started modeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very successful and I made a crap load of money. Then I went back to college and all the stress was gone and I made straight A's in the hardest classes I'd ever taken without cracking a book, basically. Like, it was so easy then. And I was like, wait a minute. Why am I doing this and only this and going into debt?
Right.
As opposed to doing the modeling, traveling the world, learning foreign language, having a blast, and earning a ton of money.
And really getting a better education doing it.
And but remember, my default is it's all about the money. I went, well, the money. So I went back to modeling, was again very successful. I wanted to be an actress anyway.
Right.
I was talked out of it because you can't make any money being an actor, right? Like this was the whole, I tell you, this is the paradigm that we immerse our children in.
Yeah.
And it does them a disservice. So then I was working and I was acting and I was being successful. And so I noticed that they had lied to me.
Right.
And I'm going, okay, so if that's a lie, well, wait a minute. Okay, I made all the money, so, stick a fork in me. I'm done.
Right.
Like, I might as well just off myself now because I did it. I grabbed the brass ring.
Accomplished, right, exactly.
And I went, there's got to be more to life than this. There just has to be some more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I went on a search and I found order in the universe and I decided there must be an order maker.
Yep.
And I didn't have a problem calling him God.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do.
Right.
My ego's not that big. You could call him anything you want, but God fits,
God is God.
And then I went on that journey.
Okay.
And ended up in church.
Wow. That's amazing. And so I always say God meets you where you are. And he doesn't keep you where you are. Because a lot of times, when people they may know the Lord or they may not. When you get down and you're in the valley, that's when you meet him. At least that's how I met him. I was down in the valley. And so it sounds like that's what was happening in your life, although you were so successful, but yet you were able to seek him, which I find fascinating.
Yeah, I wasn't down in a valley.
Yeah.
I'm just very pragmatic, very logical.
Mm-hmm.
I came to faith from science. And so
share that, because there's a lot of people who are highly intelligent and they don't think science matches up with God.
No, it's funny because it's not well publicized, but majority of scientists,
Mm-hmm.
the deeper they go into their particular scientific research,
Mm-hmm.
the more often they convert to belief in God.
That is.
But here's what's funny. Scientific research is a belief in God. Do you know why? Because there's no reason to research it if it doesn't have an order to it.
Yeah.
If there aren't laws to be discovered. And if there are laws to be discovered,
Mm-hmm.
which is the purpose of scientific research,
right,
then somebody made them.
Very true.
So the idea that you're doing scientific research is the presumption that you have faith in the Creator.
Right. Right.
And if you don't, then you're just being silly.
Yeah.
And you're denying. I love Jordan Peterson. I think it was Jordan Peterson who said that atheists live as if they believe in God.
Right.
They say they don't, but they live their lives as if they do, because
you
they
have to
live
have faith
their
in
lives,
something, right?
They live their lives as if their lives have meaning.
Right.
And if you're an atheist, then your life has no meaning. If you believe in evolution, then your life has no meaning.
Right.
Which is the catastrophe of our schools, which is why I'm an education advocate.
Yeah.
Because we teach children that they have no meaning.
Which is so
we
sad.
teach them that they are a succession of accidents of nature.
Yeah.
And so it's no wonder that they grow up with this nihilistic attitude, and the less well-adjusted of them start to shoot up other children in schools.
Yeah.
It's no wonder. We leave them almost no option with the way that they are taught in schools. And the problem is parents think that they're sort of abdicating their responsibility and I should say pushing their responsibility onto the schools, that it's now the school's responsibility. The problem is that whatever the school does to the child, if the child is sort of onto them and goes, well, that's stupid, that doesn't make any sense,
Right.
that doesn't jive with what I see in the world, it comes back on to the parents, because the parents are the one telling the child, trust them, they know what they're doing.
Right. But that's because it's the parents' job to get involved with their children's education. I mean, I don't have kids, so I'm speaking from just common sense that if you have a child, just because you send them to school, don't you want to know what they're teaching your child?
No.
No.
Full stop. Like most parents, they go, oh, the school's got it covered.
Okay.
And that's why children don't learn manners. They don't learn self-discipline. They don't learn anything about how to have a credit card. So they're graduating from college, putting themselves in tremendous debt because they don't learn anything about how the debt system works.
Right.
Right?
Oh, it's terrible.
You know,
Believe
it's
me.
funny because I say this a lot actually, there's a tremendous conflict of interest in our government teaching or being involved in the education of children, right? And the conflict is that we are a free nation.
Mm-hmm.
So we have these unalienable rights.
Right. From
That
God.
the government seeks to alienate.
Right, I know.
Right? And the way that the government does it is it doesn't teach us civics. Because our civics
true.
will tell us that the power resides with the people.
Mm-hmm.
But the government doesn't want us to know that. And that's why most high schoolers graduating believe in socialism.
I think that's so incredibly sad because I have friends from Cuba.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, they know.
Well, of course they know.
They
and then
know.
I just watched
And then they send their kids to school here in the United States, and the schools
and they think
turn them-
socialism is good,
right,
and it's
and
not
the schools
good.
turn the children against the parents.
It's a prison, is what it is.
In fact, I just posted a video on Twitter of a young woman, you know, pretty well spoken. She had all of her notes written. She was reading to the school board and saying how she loved her English teachers, and they taught her how bigoted her father was and what a racist he was, and how terrible it would have been if she didn't have her teachers and she had to, you know, succumb to his views. Well, he's a conservative Christian. And so, you know, she's just completely lambasting her father in front of these school board people who have turned her against her own parent.
Yeah, that's not good.
All these books you have. I mean, you haven't even discussed who you are. You are this amazing actress. I know. You've been in Hercules. Your husband is Hercules, and we haven't even touched on all of
I
these
know. Well, that was
things.
my next
we just
segue.
dove right in.
You like dove right in.
It's so funny because she'll always do
And
this.
people are texting me. They're like, "Do you know who you have on this set? Are we even discussing who she is? Like, how do we end up with Sam Sorbo and we're on to education and we haven't touched on the books? There's so many things."
So I have one word. It's God, because God placed us in the same place at the same time. And being the big mouth that I am, I just went up to her and said, "I want you on my segment." And she graciously accepted. And I'm so excited that you brought all these books as well. Oh my goodness, I had no idea you had written
We went
all
from,
these books.
she was making a ton of money as a model. I would have said, "Who are you modeling for? What companies did you model for?" to, now I'm homeschooling and we're discussing education. I'm like,
well, you can tell that's her passion, though, is the
But
children.
tell me about the books. What are the books?
So this is sort of my pride and joy. They're your kids. This book is a letter to parents, why you should homeschool, what's wrong with the schools. And this was written almost 10 years ago now.
Wow.
Before it got really bad. And it was really bad.
Yeah.
So it's just worse
Well,
now.
COVID made it worse.
So
So
this
many
is-
things worse.
This is why you should homeschool and how easy it is, because it's not nearly as hard as they make you think. They want you to think that it's hard. That's their job security.
Right.
Just like the plumber doesn't want you to learn how to fix your own toilet, because that's his job security. He wants you to come back and he wants you to have him come back, and you pay him the $150 to jiggle the thingy-mabob. And
Because there's a lot to be said for the educational. There are pros and cons. There's socializations. There's the teachers that do all the things they can do for your kids. There's academics aside. There's other things to being in a school that are really positive.
The struggle is when you push academics aside, you're putting the number one priority aside. And you should make the decision based on the number one priority.
Oh, I'm not putting academics aside. Sometimes their academics are because of testing and all these other things. So I feel like you're right. Our kids are losing out on some of these, how to write a check. They don't do that anymore.
my God,
Academic
that's crazy.
skills that meet their needs, meet them where they are. But there are positives to going to school.
I disagree. I don't see any positives. I see that there are positives coming out of having been at school, but I don't see them as incentives to send your child to school. For instance, people often make the argument that socialization, like that's where children learn to socialize. I disagree. I think that children learn to socialize in school because they have no other choice, because they go to school, so that's the one place that they go. And if they learn to socialize, then they did it at school. But I'm not convinced that school is the place where children best learn to socialize. In fact, if you go to a homeschool convention, the number one comment of people who don't know homeschoolers when they go to a homeschool convention is they go, "Oh my gosh, these children are so polite and lovely to talk to and communicative." And the reason is that when you don't send your child into a classroom of same-age children, which I don't know why you think children would get socialized talking to same-age children, right? We learn our social skills from people who know how to socialize, adults.
Wow.
And so when you send your child into that, they're not going to come out necessarily well socialized. But if you expose your child to various people all day long, that's where the child will learn to socialize. And then I'll add to that, nobody is supervising necessarily the socialization of children in school. In fact, the impetus is don't talk. You're seated at a desk and you're not allowed to talk.
I think it depends on the school and the structure. And there's a lot of schools that are doing homeschool models that are based in a school. They're pulling different curriculums, and we've worked with a lot of schools.
Well, I'm a little bit older than all of you here, and when I went to school...
No, I'm the oldest.
Are you? Are you older than me?
I think so.
I don't know.
But when I went to school, I didn't speak English. If it wasn't for school, I would not have socialized with anybody. That's the first thing. I think that the system being damaged doesn't make the people in it damaged, because all of my sisters and cousins, they are all teachers for the Board of Education of New York. And I am a product of that, and I'm very proud of that. And I'm an NYU graduate of that. And I learned how to speak English. My mother had a 3rd grade education, my father had a 4th grade, or maybe it was the other way around.
Wow.
And they didn't speak English either. And when they came to this country, they encouraged me. I didn't get skipped once, I got skipped twice at the Board of Ed. And I had to take tests. And if
What does that mean you got skipped?
It means I went from the 5th grade to the 7th grade, from the 7th grade to the 9th grade. I skipped 2 years. I went to college when I was almost 16. And the bottom line here is that my parents, I was teaching them homeschooling because they didn't speak the language. But to generalize that the system is busted, I give you that. But to generalize it is, to fix it, you have to do it from the inside. If you want to be homeschooled, that's great, you got choice. I did not want to be homeschooled because I wanted to learn how to throw a football to a friend. I didn't have friends. Nobody spoke Spanish when I grew up back in the day. I look at the kids nowadays. I look at the kids, my grandkids going to school, and I want them in school because I want them to learn how to socialize with peers and everything else. I seen homegrown kids, they want to be in school. They won't tell mom and dad that. I get it, but let a kid tell you what he wants for a change.
Oh, I don't believe that children know what's best for them.
Oh, trust
me,
honey.
That's
I'm gonna tell you, I've had a lot of kids in my life, and they have their own language. They know what they want, but more importantly, they know what they don't want.
Yeah, but it is the parent's job to instill the values in the child.
Sure it is. That's why it's all screwed up, because parents have to learn values too. This system that we are in right now is a runaway train.
Yeah.
When I grew up,
and
my
I would
parents,
say to you that that the primary reason that this system that we're in now is a runaway train is the school system.
I disagree
and I
with
don't
disagree. My sister is
condemn
not a product of
any of
that.
the people in the system. I condemn the system. And I would put to you that you say that the system's broken. I don't believe it's broken. I believe that it's doing exactly what it was designed to do.
But again, you're entitled to your opinion. I was a football coach at junior high school. I put 27 kids through college based on what I knew about the system. And they had no choice. I'm a NYU graduate. I didn't pay a nickel for the system. I did not contribute, but I do now. That's why these kids are in here and they're learning a trade that I will always, we've had FAU, we've had Lynn. I know what something doesn't work from the inside out. And the only way to fix it is by coming and saying, let's work it together. But I work for the Board of Ed. My sister still works for the Board of Ed. Everybody in my family was a teacher. And those kids, they taught me to help them. I have kids at Pitt, I have kids at UCLA, all from the system. You see, sometimes you gotta take something bad to fix it, to make it right. But to say that it doesn't work or they're contributing to it, nobody in that job does that. Nobody. They don't want it not to work.
Yes, that's why I didn't say that. That's what you're saying. I didn't say that.
Well, the system.
Pause. We got to take a commercial break. Okay. I got Eva on the line. 888-994-4995. More to come on the other side of this break, and we'll be right back.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with.
Welcome to the AMP Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, AMP Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us and don't be late.
No.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Then hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing, what's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out, thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Broken Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought. You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right.
Just give us about 1 minute, we'll get set up.
Okay.
You never told me the closing scene to Saturday Night Fever.
Do you know it?
No.
They shook hands and said they're going to be friends.
Who?
Saturday night, Travolta and the lady.
Oh.
But I never knew the ending to that, that
two
movie.
sons and
I thought that movie, John Travolta and her dance at the end. No, they just shook hands.
Oh, I thought it ended with the bridge scene.
Okay.
No, that was right before the bridge. You know, he fell in the water, and then they ended. He took the train. He took the train all the way to her house all night because he left. It was nighttime, and we got there. It was daytime, and all he wanted from her was to be a friend.
Yeah.
Not to treat her like street trash. And she agreed, and they were friends, and that's the way it ended. But I can never remember the ending of that movie.
I'm lucky I even remember the plot line of certain movies because not even there.
Well, these are a bunch of guys that used to go clubbing.
I know of him
and they
because
used
of
to,
Marina, and
do things with girls that
youth leadership thing,
you shouldn't encourage.
and that didn't come
And then at the end, they one of the kids committed suicide because he got a girl pregnant, and John Travolta wouldn't talk to her and everything else. And, but I wanted to remember that because I know that Johnny Melnick was here.
I guess Johnny. Oh, he's still here. I was going to
Johnny,
say, where'd Johnny go?
The way that movie ended was Travolta and her were friends. And
Saturday Night Fever?
And that was the end of that.
Oh, what was the end of it?
Travolta and the lady, the dance.
Yeah.
They shook hands and they became friends. Which back in the day, it's funny because when we did the morning show, we were talking about when a girl meets a guy and they don't like him, they put you in the friend zone. And we were talking about how that psychologically affects the male head of the situation, because sometimes a guy wants something that he can't have and they get a little bit nuts and what have you. So anyway,
I thought they got together at the end of that movie.
I did too.
They did. They became friends, but there was nothing. No, there was nothing more than
I
friendship.
just inferred that they were like going to start dating then, like for real or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
I just inferred that from that movie.
Well, they left it up for people's to perceive on this thing. But she was afraid of him because he tried to do a backdoor scene in the car, and she ran out the car and said, "What's wrong with you? I'm not that kind of girl," because she wanted to be something that even she said in the movie it wasn't even her. She was trying to shed being a street girl and things of that nature. But that's what you did back in the day. You had a back seat of a car somewhere and you parked
Yeah,
it.
you rented dice out, didn't you?
In the day?
he's always back in the day.
Okay.
Not
in my day.
Day by day, bidet, bidet.
But I had a Ventura, and they know the story, and I used to rent the back seat because I was with 5 guys.
What?
And we used
You
to
rented the back seat?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
And I had fuzzy dice, and in the dice there was condoms, and it was all that stuff. But back in the day, that's what you did.
Your car was a brothel?
Parked in a parking lot. And then
mobile brothel.
I had a 4-door too. So they used to get
4-door.
Easier to get
That come in one door, you go out the other.
Next.
But I could relate to the movie because that's what they did. They used to have, they had scenes in the back seat. That's what you did. And the club that they filmed at as well, I visited that. I was at Roseland. I was at that club. I was at a lot of clubs. Right? That's what you did back in the day. You were a knucklehead and you acted like a knucklehead, and your car was
a knucklehead.
Was your
It's like that book from yesterday.
Yeah, you
A whole
talked to
lot of
him. I
knuckleheads.
guarantee you he was in the knucklehead scene
A
as
whole
well.
lot of knuckleheads back in the day.
Did your parents think that you were a knucklehead back in the day?
No, I walked the fine line. Listen, I got to tell NYU. My father says, they're going to pay you to go to school. I says, yeah. He says, I love you. You could do anything you want. And you know how hard it is to live that kind of life and then go to school at the same time? It wasn't easy. I got to tell you.
Well, you're so young, too. I mean,
I was
Are
young.
you saying it was an accomplishment to go to school and
It was an
have the
amazement.
back seat of your car? As a
And do you know, this car that they bought me was a stolen vehicle, and they found it. And this guy fixed it.
This
He
story
fixed it.
just gets
better and
richer.
I'm like,
I bought this car. I had no
I
seat.
want to just like crawl under the table as a conversation.
Hold it.
like,
The car wasn't
oh.
hot. I'm saying the car was legit, but they had stole it, and the guy bought it at auction. He fixed it and painted it. So he gave me this car that had no radio. It had no seats. So I remember going to Crazy Eddie's, sitting on milk
remember
cartons.
Crazy Eddie's in New York.
In Fordham Row, and Crazy Eddie had just opened the store, and I bought the radio from him. And he knew I had no money. He gave me a $800 stereo for my car with speakers for $200.
Wow.
Me and my cousins were all there. But we were all on milk carts inside, those little plastic things to drive. And then we went to the junkyard and we found beautiful seats for my car. And they needed to be beautiful because...
Right, you're going to get
We're
busy
going to
in
rent
the
them
back
out.
seat.
And then I had the fuzzy dice in the front, remember that?
They needed to be vinyl.
No, they were fuzzy.
No,
And
what were the seats? Were the seats vinyl?
vinyl, yeah. Are you kidding? They had to be vinyl.
That's what she said.
That's what I said.
Had to be steam
Straight
clean.
up.
And then I had the fuzzy dice, and every dice had a different color, and there was a condom inside the dice. So when you rented the back seat, you had
Did
condom.
they put in like the right size condom they needed for the right
Listen.
color
How
fuzzy
much
dice?
Did you charge
This is
for
taking
this
a
back
twist
seat?
here.
But we
Wasn't prepared for this
used to get
conversation.
$25 an hour.
Oh my God.
That's good money back in the day.
I had no gas.
Okay, on that note, Sam, talk more about your books.
Let us
But-
know where we can get your books, actually.
Just at sorbostudios.com. So you mentioned my husband, Kevin Sorbo, played Hercules on the #1 TV show in the world, and better known maybe today for God's Not Dead
Yes,
and
love that movie.
faith-based films.
That's what you guys are doing now.
And that's
more
what
of
we're
that,
doing
yeah.
now at sorbostudios.com. And you can sign up for the newsletter. We like to stay in touch with people, and that's really the best way to do that. And we send out, we don't send a lot of newsletters,
Yeah.
but they typically are fun or uplifting, kind of interesting stuff. Like the movies that we make, uplifting and...
So what is your latest project? I know you had you guys had a movie come out in October, was it?
We had a movie come out in October
Okay.
called Miracle in East Texas.
Okay.
It's a true story based on the East Texas oil strike, which was the biggest oil strike in the history of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And we tell it as a comedy. So it's about these two scoundrels that go through Oklahoma and Texas, and they're wooing widows into investing in their fake oil wells. And then they accidentally strike oil. Literally the biggest oil strike in the history of the world. It's crazy
Seriously?
story. That's true. And so so my husband's in it, and John Ratzenberger is the other scoundrel.
Okay.
And I play one of the widows. And we got Lou Gossett Jr. in it, and also Tyler Mane from the X-Men series. And yeah, it did very well in theaters. It's on DVD now, and
Okay.
it's I think it's streaming in some areas, and it's doing really well. So I'm
Good.
happy about that.
And what other projects are you guys working on?
There are a couple that are in the pipeline, and Kevin's done a number of documentaries also that are doing really well.
We went to the theater to see one of them. Of course, I'm not going to remember the name of it. but
Against
it
the
was-
Tide.
He
Anyway,
went over to England and
Against the Tide.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was excellent.
Yeah, well, the guy who's in it with him is Lennox. And
Yes.
He's amazing, and he's so fun to listen to.
He really was.
So they had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Kevin just played sort of the fool to his, very clever stuff. So that's a lot of fun. So all of that's over at sorbostudios.com. You can see what we're up to and stay in touch. And
is that how they can get your books as
and that's
well?
where all my books are also.
So
this
tell us-
one, the Playbook for Home Learning, is the one where I try to empower parents to home
Mhm.
educate their children.
Okay.
And part of the reason that I'm such a devout disciple of home education
Right.
is because it preserves the family. And the school tends to come between the parent and the child. And that happens more often than not, which is what we were just witnessing with COVID, right?
I think that
And
brought to light a
this
lot of
idea
things.
that
Yeah.
parents say they're not your kids, they're our kids. You don't have a say. We're not going to tell you if your child is struggling with their sexuality. We're not going to tell you, and they don't want us to, right? And the moment that a school says to a child, you don't have to tell your parents,
that's not right.
There's a danger there.
Yeah.
And that's the beginning of the child trafficking, frankly.
Right.
So I talk in the Playbook for Home Learning. It's a series of 15 videos. It's basically a course for parents to understand what we mean when we're talking about the education of children. It's not purely academic. There's actually so much more that goes into it that the schools don't try to cover and frankly can't cover.
Right.
There's a lot that's there that unfortunately now that we're several decades into school, right, and the experience of school, with the lack of parenting that's happened, So now all of these things are sort of left by the wayside. So children are graduating, not understanding credit, not knowing how to balance a check, so-called balance a checkbook or a, bank account, not knowing how to apply for a mortgage, how to get a loan for a car, like the things that parents typically would have been teaching their kids.
My mom taught me that.
Right?
Yep.
And now because of you've got school, then you've got the after school care, you've got sports, you've got all this other stuff, which is great. It's just that it leaves a lot on the table.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
Sorbo Studios.
Yeah. Sure. SorboStudios.com for all of this and more.
There's
more.
So much more.
And Dawn, who's your next guest on Faith Stories?
I have Linda Cucci. She's a friend from church and Italian, and it's so funny. She's like, oh, my family's from Palermo. I'm like, oh, so is my family. Where? I don't know. My dad didn't know.
You're never going to get another word in edgewise.
Well,
she
said, oh my God. No, wait. She told me. So I'm talking to her and kind of getting a gist of what she wants to talk about, and I tried to interrupt her like 4 times, and she at the end of the conversation she said, Dawn, you just need to like interrupt. And I'm thinking, well, I tried 4 times, so I'm just gonna start throwing stuff at her. But she's really fun.
Bring a spray bottle.
Yeah,
like you do with a cat.
So she's coming, and she does a cooking show on Facebook, but she brings scripture in, and I thought, you guys, they're going to want you to have a show. So she's like, I'd love that.
Oh
so
my gosh.
You never know.
Thank you so much. As always, we love your segments. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I got to check out Sorbo Studios.
Yes, thank you.
All your new
Sam.
movies
I
and everything you're
so
doing. What a treat to have you joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up, see what I can find her, See if I can find her. More to come for all our behind-the-scenes content, shows, TikTok, social media, Facebook, Twitch. You can find everything streaming and on YouTube. More to come on the other side of this break, and we'll be right back.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are 2 good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Hey travelers, everybody wants cheap airfares, but where can you find them? You call Smart Fares. Our prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low they're not published anywhere. Smart Fares specializes in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rentals, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, Smart Fares can help you get there cheaply and with the best price guarantee. If you want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call us right now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these low rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the lowest rates available, so don't wait. Call Smart Fares right now for the best price guaranteed. Save up to 50% off business and first class. We've got great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 855-828-0198. That's 855-828-0198. 855-828-0198.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, Call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call. So please call right now.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation. You can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, but you've got to call now. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW, and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Attention firefighters. Did you use firefighting foam in your job? And then, did you develop cancer? Call our legal helpline right now and file your financial claim. Firefighting foam has been used for decades at airports and military bases. This foam has been linked to cancer. If you have cancer and you worked around firefighting foam, you may be eligible for financial compensation. Please make this free call now.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hey everybody, it's JoJo at Cheers on the Beach. I just want to let you know what's happening. Tonight we have karaoke with Dave starting at 6:30 p.m. Tomorrow night we have the music of Annie K. And if you guys are on my Facebook page for Cheers on the Beach, I brought her down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV show, which is a site you should follow. We're going to be bringing it up here very, very soon. She sang on air. She was amazing. Take a look at that. And Friday night, we have Highway 1. Highway 1's a great band. We'll be dancing, singing. As always, come join us and support local business. Have an awesome day.
Is Eva on? Are we talking to these?
I don't know. Well, I guess when we get Eva on, I'm trying to get Eva on. She said she's been there.
What's the name of the play with Eva? Don't something Argentina?
Don't
cry for me, Argentina.
Is that with Eva?
Yeah, the name of the actress.
Eva Perón? Is
Yes.
that her name? Is that really Eva though?
Eva. Isn't
I
it
don't know
Eva
about that.
Perón?
I don't think it is, but I think it's. I don't know.
Of course it's Eva Perón. What's the matter with you? Hey, Mumbles. Eva Perón. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
What's her name? What's the actress's name?
What was the actress's name? I'm going to use sign language with you.
I didn't even know he was sitting there.
Madonna did the song, but who did the play?
How he does that?
You see, this is what I wanted to do. Why is it no one listens to me?
The music of Johnny Melnick. He makes it so easy.
Johnny, are we going to be teaching people how to play the piano as well as to do music? Or what are you going to do? Yeah.
Teach somebody?
Yeah, me.
Teach you how to play the piano?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you teach me?
Yeah, we'll run out of time, the two of us.
We'll go on a Merry Little Golden Gate Bridge deal.
Josh, we're going to have you and Baxter go out and two guys in a car and then do a transition that it's Freddie and Johnny in the car. And this is what happens after a day at the cafe.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's good.
Do you like that?
I like that.
Pop you guys in the back seat of your Ventura.
So-
No, I'm kidding.
I was thinking the
I'm not paying. I'm not paying. Listen, you know the car deal where the guy sings. What is that called?
Carpool karaoke.
Carpool karaoke. So I was watching this with Stevie Wonder. And Stevie Wonder was arguing with him because he wanted to drive. He says, I want to drive. And he holds up a library card. He says, look, I got a license. So the guy says, that's not a driver's license. That's a library card. He says, I'm blind. What do you expect? But the funny thing about this, I wanted to do this, right? And have you in the front seat, Dawn is driving, I'm in the back seat. So it's the three of us in the car, Uber driver, and you're singing music and playing like a little instrument inside the car.
All right, Eva, we got to.
I think we should talk about that.
That'll be a lot of fun. He can put his keyboard in the back seat.
Yeah. And he's going to be like Stevie Wonder. He's going to act like all the big singers. Oh, that'll be hilarious.
All right, let's bring Eva over before we got to go. I guess she was in and we had, I don't know, whatever it was, technical difficulties for that.
Eva, where are you? Eva?
Here I am. How are you?
I see you, I don't hear you. I mean, I hear you, I don't see you. Where are you?
Oh, I'm here.
Can we bring Eva over? Do we have her video?
Is she just audio?
There she is.
Here I am.
How you doing?
I'm great, and oh my God, your hair looks amazing. I don't know what you've done, but you
Thank you. My hair looks the
You're
best,
welcome.
baby. Oh, you meant
You are
Dawn?
so welcome, Freddie.
Eva, I have to thank you because the past 2 days, Monday and Tuesday,
Here
he
it
has
comes.
been so, I can't say he's been sick. He's been feeling really awful. His eyes have been bloodshot. They've been runny. He doesn't
Heavy
have anything
drinking.
contagious. He just feels like, ugh,
Heavy
yucky.
drinking. A heavy drinking, bloodshot eyes.
So yesterday, we actually finished a little early, and this is how I know he didn't feel well. At 4 o'clock, he went home. Wow. And normally, we're here till 8, 9 o'clock on phone calls and meetings, and he says, I got to go home. And I'm like, now I know you don't feel well. He said, I got to lay down. Then I knew he really didn't feel well. And I didn't hear from him for the rest of the night. But I ordered new patches over the last week. We came in yesterday. He took a REM patch home, and he woke up this morning. I said, how do you feel? He said, great. I'm like, there's no way you're feeling great.
100%.
His eyes aren't red. He's not runny. He's not complaining of a headache. I don't know how this happened, but I need to thank you because he's like a new person again.
Yes, he is, and his hair looks amazing.
Your hair looks amazing, Fred.
Thank you very much.
How does that work? Can you explain to everyone
My
how
hair,
this works?
I comb it.
Your hair. It looks nice in New York, actually.
Oh my gosh. So, listen, our bodies heal and repair when we're sleeping and resting. And when you get a deep, good night's sleep, that's when the body reboots, right? That's when all the healing happens. And so that is not a surprise because he put on his patch, he went to sleep, his body went into that repair mode, it repaired, and he woke up feeling amazing. That's how our body works.
I feel like he's the poster child for Super Patch.
Yeah,
Remember
I mean,
Mikey and Life cereal? Here, give it to Freddie. He'll like it. It's like we give it to Freddie, and he rebounds, and he
There was
responds
something
really well.
very wrong with this woman. There's something wrong with you. I gotta tell you, I put out that REM. I didn't go past 10:30. I woke up this morning unconscious. If it wasn't for the alarm clock, I'd probably still be sleeping. And I got up, and my God, I felt like $1 billion. I started moving stuff out of the house because we're moving, and my car is loaded with stuff.
Oh, yeah, so he comes into work late this morning. What are you doing? Cleaning out a closet. I said, on your way to the studio? He says, yes, I have to clean out all this energy. So his car's loaded with 400-pound speakers and all kinds of equipment. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Wow.
No. And I'm going to go again and fill up my car again because I don't know what's in this thing. Or I don't know what's in me. But my goodness gracious, I got to tell you something. I haven't felt this good in a real long time. I'm totally serious.
Johnny, help me out here. Johnny.
that's because your body is repairing, and this is who you were prior to not feeling good. So you're getting back to who you were. And this is so important because that's what the patches do, is they help the body repair naturally and organically, and it takes you back to your perfect, healthy place, whatever age that was for each of us, because it's different for all of us, right? But your body is going back there. So this is your normal. You've just not been in that place for such a long time. You forgot what it was really like to have energy, to feel good, to do things, you know, and that's really what this is. So this was who you were. And
Well,
now
I
you
gotta
get to
tell you,
become that person again.
I gotta tell you, I went to Weight Watchers. I haven't been to Weight Watchers in a few weeks because I just wasn't feeling well, and everybody was telling me the same thing. They're actually making a group of them, like 10 or 20 of them, want to come in and see the show and meet all of you and everything else. And they were asking me, you know, what is it? What's that tattoo that you have on your arm? So I'm showing them my tattoo. It wasn't that. It was the patches. And they don't understand that balance sometimes comes from you from within, of who you are, of who you naturally are. We don't show that because we either have an ache, pain. Some of us think we're Wonder Woman and we run for 2 miles and then she can't walk straight right now. But the natural you is it's a blessing. You know, to use a word from you is a blessing. So when I put this on last night, I finally got some sleep. Man, I woke up this morning like $1 million and everything looks different. People look different. Everybody looks different. I'm ready to go to war against anything and everything because I just feel good. I'm ready to go back to walking. You know, I stopped because I was not feeling well for a couple of weeks. But I'm ready to go again. So I got to thank you for introducing you to me to this. Because you know, when I met you, I thought you were crazy. I thought you were from another planet. I said, you're kidding me. This is another sale and this, until I put them on. And I got to tell you, I can't go without them. So I tell them, hey, I gotta load up on my patches because people don't understand. This is not a pain patch. This is an all-around you can fix you patch, for lack of a better understanding. Don't know what's in it, but I got to tell you, this is unbelievable.
That's the beautiful thing. There's nothing in it. And this is about, again, bringing your body to where your normal is for you. And what do I mean by that? Your energy, your stamina, right? Your mobility, your recovery. When your body is balanced and your body repairs itself, you are a new person. But you're the person you used to be prior to the issues that life put in our way, right? Because lack of nutrition, lack of sleep, right? Aches, pains, whatever, that throws the body into a stress, if you will. And then the body starts to react in different ways. So it creates inflammation, right? It creates other issues, aches, pains, different things. So when the body repairs and it's balanced again, imagine driving down the road in your car. You have 4 tires. One has 20 pounds of pressure, one has 40, one is flat, and one maybe has, 5. You're going to be doing this down the road. So that's what happens to your body when it's not in repair, in that balance mode. It does this all the time. And that's why we have so many issues. But if all your tires were on the same pressure, so if they all had 30 or 40 or whatever is required, and you're going down the road, now you have a smooth ride. So the body works the same way. You have to bring it into homeostasis, which is balance, and the body knows how to recover and reboot naturally and organically. This is how we were made. But you have to give it what it needs.
That car reference is so cool because now when I stop at a light, I do the dance of joy. I open the door, do the merengue, and go back in the car. What are you laughing?
We're into carpool karaoke
You
with
never do
Johnny
that?
and Freddie.
You guys
Eva.
never did that? You stop at a light, you step out. No, you put your makeup on. No. Oh, yes. I seen you. I was watching you. I had dark glasses on. You didn't recognize me.
And I have to thank you because the window, he even came here and he cleaned the windows of the studio, Eva.
That would be me.
I'm looking out and I'm not looking. They redid our parking lot. There was dust and mud everywhere. And he says, I'm going to clean the windows. I said, who's going to clean them? He said, me. And he did. Look how clear it is.
And she tells me, oh, tell this person to go. No, I'm going to do it.
That was today.
Yeah.
So
what?
thank you.
You know, you should have some of this and get back to how you used to be. Because
You know, Freddie, you are my favorite person. You are my favorite person on the planet. I hope you know that.
Well, when are you coming to see me, favorite person?
Soon.
Uh-huh.
But you know what we should do? You
You said that a month ago.
I know, but I'll get there. I'm working. Here's what I'm helping people.
I
But
gotta
here's
tell you,
what we
I
should
would
do.
love to be at one of your seminars because I would get up there. I would do the merengue. The first thing I would do is take somebody out from the studio audience and do a dance. Because I got to tell you, it just revs me up, and I'm just revved up today.
I see that.
We made it a day of joy, so everybody's supposed to say a joke and everything else because I just wanted to share how I felt. Yeah, I was in a lot of pain there for a little bit. But here we go, and we're back, and here we go.
Okay, so right now you and I are on the same. It's so funny because you didn't even know what I was about to say, and you just said it. So until I come there and we do this big thing where you and I dance the night away, let's do this. Here's what I'm going to do for you and all the people that you love and care about. How about if we do a private Zoom for you and anyone that you want to invite to attend this, and we'll just spend some time just talking about health and wellness and how they can also help and improve their health and wellness as well. And we can go deep into, information and deep into the wants and the needs. How about if we do that for you and anyone that wants to participate?
I'm going to go to, I almost said Columbia Presbyterian in New York. I'm going to go down to Boca General. I'm going to recruit everybody in the waiting room or the senior home because that's where all the pain is. You know, I look at a lot of people that are in a lot of pain. And all I'm asking them to do is to feel better. And if just putting a patch on your body can do that, why wouldn't you even take the chance? Sure. And if it doesn't, go back to being in pain. It's okay. There's nothing wrong. You got a choice.
I may have the first person for you to start on.
I know. That's why I told you. I'm going down to see Mama-san.
Go visit my mom.
I brought the gift and everything. I want to go see her.
Okay.
I got no problem. I know what living in pain is like. I've been doing it for years. My legs have never felt so good. I could show you my numbers and walks and everything else. I know what it's like. Pain makes you depressed. You don't think you can ever get away from it. And all you do, and you know about pain more than a lot of people I know, all you can do is live with it. And you accept it. You don't do anything to change it. So all I'm asking you is, if you're watching this, is give healing a chance. That's all I'm asking. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't work for you, I'll tip my hat. We'll have a cup of coffee and whatever.
You and Eve are going to dance the night away.
Why not? Why not?
Eva, we do miss you.
Yeah, we do miss you. We want you back. How do we get these patches?
And I miss you guys too.
What's
and
your
I
website?
will be back, but mypatchqueen.com. Yep.
Awesome.
And
Thank
then
you so much.
let's put that Zoom together, you guys.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We'll get the info
Let's
on
do
how
it.
you want to do and everything else, and I'll start posting it out there.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thank you for
so
having me.
much.
It's so
Thank you
good to
for your
see you.
patience. We miss you.
Well, we need
Yep,
more
and,
of you.
and Dawn, you look amazing.
Thank you. We miss you and Chris.
I love
Send them
your
our
hair
love.
that way.
Thank you.
I will. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. Sweetheart of a guy. Successful. They know the business and everything else.
I got to tell you, I keep looking over there, and I got a clear shot of the beautiful sunshine because our windows are clean. So thank you for that.
You know, we have another window.
I know.
I didn't do the other window.
I know.
I didn't know there was another window.
The bathroom has a window, but then you got to get in the hedges.
That's okay. I could go around the hedges. I'll do it.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Dawn and Faith Stories, thank you so much for today. Johnny Melnick, I'm excited for Tuesday. He doesn't say much.
Mumbles.
How's he?
And it's funny because when you're not on the air, I can't shut you up. When you get on the air, it's like, No, you can't nod. You're on radio. You got to speak. Put a patch on you.
I'll remember that.
3 powerful words.
I remember that.
Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Follow us on social media at the Brooklyn Cafe and Amp Media Productions. And we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Put a patch on it and don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.